This video brings together modern Jefferson Nickels that many people overlook every day. United States 1998D 5 cent Jefferson Nickel shows how small details can change value. The 2000p Jefferson Nickel represents a new millennium in American coinage. The 2017D Jefferson Nickel reflects sharp modern minting and hidden collector interest. The 2019D Jefferson Nickel proves that even recent coins can hold surprises. Watch the video till the end, because each nickel reveals facts and value most people miss, and by the final coin, you will never see a 5-cent piece the same way again. United States 1998D 5 cent Jefferson Nickel. Imagine holding a nickel from the late 1990s, a time when America stood at the edge of a new millennium and everyday life was quietly transforming. The United States 1998D Jefferson Nickel may seem like a simple modern coin, but it carries the atmosphere of an era filled with change, anticipation, and continuity. And this is where its story begins here on Royal Coin Value USA. The year 1998 represents a period when technology was rapidly entering homes, businesses, and schools, while traditional cash transactions were still central to daily life. The United States Mint continued producing Jefferson Nickels in large quantities to meet public demand. The Denver Mint struck the 1998D Jefferson Nickel, identified by the D Mint mark, and released it into circulation across the country, where it became part of everyday commerce. On the obverse of the 1998D Jefferson Nickel is the classic left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. This portrait had been used for decades and was familiar to generations of Americans. Jefferson's calm and reserved expression reflects wisdom, intellect, and leadership, while the word liberty appears to the left, and the date 1998, along with the D Mint mark, anchors the coin firmly in its time. The reverse of the coin features the iconic image of Monticello Jefferson's historic Virginia home. This design symbolizes vision, independence, and American craftsmanship. The building is shown with balanced proportions and clear architectural lines surrounded by the inscriptions E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents, reminding the viewer of unity and national identity. The 1998D Jefferson Nickel was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition designed to withstand years of circulation. Millions of these coins were produced, and most entered circulation immediately. Because of this, many examples show contact marks, bag marks, and light wear, especially on Jefferson's hair, jawline, and the steps of Monticello, which are often weakly struck on coins from this era. In circulated condition, the 1998D Jefferson Nickel typically holds face value. However, collectors pay close attention to condition even for modern-era coins. Uncirculated examples with strong luster, clean fields, and minimal marks are more desirable, particularly those saved from original bank rolls or mint sets. One of the most important factors affecting the value of the 1998D Jefferson Nickel is the presence of full steps on Full steps refers to the complete, uninterrupted lines at the base of the building. Coins with full steps are significantly scarcer because strong strikes were not always achieved during high-speed production. Certified full steps examples can command premiums far above face value. Era coins add another layer of excitement to the 1998 Jefferson Nickel. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, double dies, and lamination errors are known to exist, and when authenticated, they can dramatically increase the coin's value and desirability. These errors reveal the hidden imperfections of the minting process and transform an ordinary nickel into a collectible treasure. What makes the 1998D Jefferson Nickel especially interesting is its position at the end of a century. It circulated during a time of optimism and technological growth, just before the major design changes that would come to the Jefferson Nickel series in the early 2000s. This coin represents the closing chapter of a familiar design era. At Royal Coin Value USA, we believe coins like the 1998D Jefferson Nickel deserve recognition because they reflect everyday history. They are not rare museum pieces, but real circulating artifacts that witnessed a changing America as it moved toward a new millennium. So, if you find a 1998D Jefferson Nickel, take a closer look, examine the portrait, the condition of Monticello, and especially the steps at the base. This is more than just a 5-cent coin. It is a small piece of American history quietly preserved in metal waiting to be noticed right here on Royal Coin Value USA. United States 2000p 5-cent Jefferson Nickel. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a simple 5-cent coin that looks ordinary at first glance but quietly represents the turning of a millennium and a bridge between America's past and its future. The United States 2000p Jefferson Nickel is not just everyday change. It is a time marker, a symbol of continuity, and a reminder that history often hides in plain sight. And this is where its story begins, here on Royal Coin Value USA. The year 2000 carried enormous meaning across the world. It marked the beginning of a new millennium, a moment filled with anticipation, uncertainty, and reflection. As technology advanced rapidly and society looked ahead, the United States Mint continued producing coins that connected modern America to its historical foundations. The Philadelphia Mint struck the 2000p Jefferson Nickel, identified by the small p mint mark on the obverse, and released it into circulation as millions of Americans stepped into a new era. On the obverse of the coin is the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson III, President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed by Felix Schlag, this portrait had been used on the nickel since 1938, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coinage history. Jefferson's calm, composed expression reflects intellect, leadership, and democratic ideals, values that remained relevant as the nation entered the 21st century. The word liberty appears to the right, followed by the date 2000 and the P mint mark, grounding the coin in its historic moment. The reverse of the 2000p Jefferson Nickel features Monticello Jefferson's Virginia home and one of the most iconic buildings in American history. This image symbolizes vision, independence, and architectural elements. The inscription Z pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents, surround the design, reinforcing national identity and denomination. Monticello on the reverse serves as a physical reminder of Jefferson's legacy in America's enduring commitment to democratic principles. The 2000p Jefferson Nickel was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, giving it durability and a familiar silver-gray appearance. These coins were produced in very large numbers and circulated heavily in daily commerce, including vending machines, public transportation, and retail transactions. Because of this, most examples show signs of use such as contact marks, scratches, and light wear, especially on Jefferson's hair cheek and the steps of Monticello. In circulated condition, the 2000p Jefferson Nickel is generally valued at face value. However, collectors understand that condition still matters, even for modern coins. Uncirculated examples with strong luster, clean surfaces, and minimal contact marks are more desirable, especially when preserved properly from the time of release. Coins that retain sharp details and original mint sheen stand out among the vast quantities produced. Professional grading services such as PCGs and NGC evaluate modern nickels based on strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal. High-grade examples of the 2000p Jefferson Nickel graded MS65 or higher can carry modest premiums, particularly when they display full steps on Full steps refers to the clear, uninterrupted lines at the base of Monticello, and this detail is highly prized by Jefferson Nickel specialists because it indicates a strong strike. Era coins add excitement to the 2000p Jefferson Nickel series. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, lamination errors, and die cracks occasionally appear, and when authenticated, they can significantly increase value. These eras offer collectors a unique look into the minting process and transform an otherwise common coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible. What makes the 2000p Jefferson Nickel especially meaningful is its place in time. This coin circulated as the world moved into a new millennium, carrying with it the familiar image of a founding father. While technology changed rapidly, the nickel reminded Americans that the nation's core values and history remained constant. At Royal Coin Value USA, we believe coins like the 2000p Jefferson Nickel deserve attention, not because they are rare, but because they represent moments of transition. This coin passed through millions of hands during a year filled with expectation and changed quietly, doing its job while witnessing history unfold. So if you ever find a 2000p Jefferson nickel, take a moment to examine it closely. Look at Jefferson's portrait, the steps of Monticello, and the simple design that connects centuries together. This is not just a 5-cent coin. It is a snapshot of America at the dawn of the 21st century and a reminder that even modern coins carry stories. Worth discovering right here on Royal Coin Value USA United States 2017D 5 cent Jefferson Nickel. Imagine pulling a modern nickel from your pocket and realizing that even in an age of digital payments, this small 5-cent coin still carries the weight of American history, tradition, and continuity. The United States 2017D Jefferson Nickel may look ordinary at first glance, but it represents the of a design that has adapted across generations, and this is where its story begins here on Royal Coin Value USA. The year 2017 reflects a modern America shaped by technology, fast-paced life, and changing habits in how money is used. Yet, the United States Mint continued to strike the Jefferson nickel because physical currency still plays an important role in daily transactions. The Denver Mint produced the 2017D Jefferson Nickel, identified by the small D Mint mark, and released it into circulation to serve vending machines, transit systems, and everyday purchases across the country. On the obverse of the 2017D Jefferson Nickel is a forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson redesigned in 2006 to present a more contemporary artistic interpretation. Jefferson's expression appears thoughtful and dignified, reflecting intellect, leadership, and the foundational ideas of democracy. The word liberty appears prominently, along with the date 2017 and the D Mint mark grounding the coin firmly in the modern era, while honoring a founding father. The reverse of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia home, rendered in a clean, detailed style. Monticello symbolizes vision, independence, and architectural achievement and its presence. On the nickel connects modern America to its 18th century roots. Surrounding the image are the inscription Si Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents, reinforcing national unity and the coin's denomination. The 2017D Jefferson Nickel was struck in a copper nickel-clad composition designed for durability and long circulation life. These coins were produced in large numbers and entered heavy circulation immediately. As a result, most examples show contact marks, light scratches, and minor wear, especially on Jefferson's cheek, hair, and the steps of Monticello, which are known to be sensitive to wear and weak strikes. In circulated condition, the 2017D Jefferson Nickel is generally worth face value. However, modern collectors understand that condition still plays an important role even for recent issues. Uncirculated examples that retain original mint luster, smooth surfaces, and sharp details are more desirable, particularly when preserved from rolls or mint sets. Professional grading services such as PCGs and NGC evaluate modern nickels based on strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal. One of the most important factors for Jefferson nickel collectors is the full steps designation, which refers to the clear, uninterrupted lines at the base of coins that display full steps are scarcer and command higher premiums because they indicate a strong, precise strike. Era coins bring excitement to the 2017D Jefferson Nickel series. Off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchettes, and lamination errors occasionally occur, and when authenticated, they can be worth significantly more than standard examples. These minting anomalies offer collectors a rare glimpse into the production process and transform a common modern coin into something truly unique. What makes the 2017D Jefferson Nickel meaningful is not rarity, but continuity. This coin circulated during a time of rapid change while carrying the image of a founding father whose ideas continue to shape the nation. It reminds us that even as technology evolves, some symbols remain constant, quietly passing from hand to hand. At Royal Coin Value USA, we believe coins like the 2017D Jefferson Nickel deserve attention because they prove that history is not only found in ancient artifacts, but also in the coins we use today. This nickel connects centuries of American thought, values, and everyday life in a single piece of metal. So if you ever come across a 2017D Jefferson Nickel, take a moment to examine it closely. Look at Jefferson's portrait, the details of Monticello, and the modern finish of the coin. This is not just a 5-cent piece. It is a living continuation of American heritage and a reminder that even modern pocket change carries stories worth discovering right here on Royal Coin Value USA United States 2019D 5 cent Jefferson Nickel. Imagine taking a modern nickel from your pocket and realizing that even in a world dominated by digital payments and contactless transactions, this small 5-cent coin continues to quietly serve the nation. The United States 2019D Jefferson Nickel may appear ordinary, but it carries forward a legacy that has endured for generations. And this is where its story begins here on Royal Coin Value USA. The year 2019 represents a period of rapid technological growth and shifting habits in how people use money. Yet the United States Mint continued producing circulating coinage because physical currency remains essential in everyday life. The Denver Mint struck the 2019D Jefferson Nickel identified by the small d mint mark and released it into circulation to support commerce across vending machines, retail stores, and transportation systems nationwide. On the obverse of the coin is the modern forward-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson introduced in 2006. This design presents Jefferson with a thoughtful, composed expression symbolizing intellect, leadership, and democratic ideals. The word liberty appears prominently along with the date 2019 and the D-Mint mark, grounding the coin firmly in the contemporary era while honoring one of America's founding fathers. The reverse of the 2019D Jefferson Nickel features Monticello Jefferson's historic home in Virginia, depicted with clean, sharp detail. Monticello represents vision, independence, and architectural achievement, and its presence on the coin links modern America to its revolutionary foundations. Surrounding the image are the inscriptions E pluribus unum United States of America and 5 cents, reinforcing national identity and the coin's denomination. The 2019D Jefferson Nickel was struck in a copper nickel-clad composition designed for durability and long circulation life. These coins were produced in large quantities and entered heavy circulation soon after release. As a result, most examples show contact marks, light scratches, and minor wear, particularly on Jefferson's cheek hair and the steps of Monticello, which are known to be sensitive to strike quality. In circulated condition, the 2019D Jefferson Nickel generally holds face value. However, collectors understand that condition still matters even for modern coins. Uncirculated examples that retain strong mint luster, smooth surfaces, and sharp details are more appealing, especially when preserved in rolls or original mint packaging. Professional grading services such as PCGs and NGC assess modern Jefferson Nickels based on strike quality, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. One of the most important designations for this series is full steps, which refers to the clear, uninterrupted steps at the base of money. Coins that display full steps are scarcer and can command higher premiums because they reflect a strong, precise strike. Error coins add excitement to the 2019D Jefferson Nickel series. Off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and lamination errors occasionally occur, and when authenticated, they can significantly increase collector interest and value. These minting anomalies provide collectors with unique pieces that stand apart from standard circulation issues. What makes the 2019D Jefferson Nickel meaningful is its role as a continuation of tradition. This coin circulated during a time of global connectivity and rapid innovation while still carrying the image of a founding father whose ideas shaped the nation. It reminds us that history continues to move forward, even in the smallest denominations. At Royal Coin Value USA, we believe coins like the 2019D Jefferson Nickel deserve attention not because they are rare, but because they represent continuity. They quietly pass through millions of hands, linking the present to the past and preserving history in everyday form. So if you ever come across a 2019D Jefferson Nickel, take a moment to look at it closely. Study Jefferson's portrait, the fine details of Monticello, and the modern finish of the coin. This is not just a 5-cent piece. It is a living connection between centuries and a reminder that every coin has a story worth discovering right here on Royal Coin Value USA. Thank you for watching the entire video. You can tell us in the comments what we should make the next video about.